I'm Giuseppe Mossuti. I work as a project manager at European Schoolnet, which is a network of ministries of education. I work in project within the science education department, which is the part of European Schoolnet that dedicates mostly to STEM education. Within the science education department, I manage a few projects also on STEAM, so integrating art into STEM education. So open schooling is really an opportunity for integrated teaching and innovative pedagogies to flourish. In fact, we think of open schooling like an environment where a lot of innovative pedagogies that we support can really flourish. For example, integrated teaching. What we hear from teachers who practice open schooling is that they are able to integrate in their educational activities those students who really usually struggle. This is because very often open schooling is project-based learning. So you don't really, you work on a project, there is a need of less communication skills perhaps involved. So for example, if you need to integrate somebody who doesn't really master the language of the school or of the subject taught, through open schooling and through project-based learning, you can integrate those students much better. Another thing about open schooling is that it really offers the opportunity to students to have a bit of a glimpse of adult life. Because through an open schooling project, students learn to ask questions to experts, learn to make something with their own hands, produce artifacts or solutions to a problem, which is the question at the beginning of the educational experience. They go outside the classroom, they meet the world outside there, the local community very often, and they feel part of it. So again, the feedback we get from educators who practice open schooling is that students do not feel they are at school, but they are learning. They don't feel the burden of having to do some learning, but they actually learn. They don't feel the duty part of learning, but they are learning a lot. And also the open schooling allows students to develop this sense of urgency. They feel they can make a difference. They are part of the local community they are surrounded from, and they can act in it. And all of this while learning, not only learning one subject, but learning more subjects at the same time. So at European Schoolnet, we really see open schooling as this opportunity. It's sort of an environment and an ecosystem where other things can happen, can actually flourish. In fact, open schooling, despite offering a lot of opportunities, can be a bit intimidating for educators at the beginning because it does involve and requires the participation of actors who are not normally involved in education. What we have seen is that very often there is a bit of a misconception from educators that they are afraid to get into contact with experts or actors of the local communities. But the moment they make the first step, they actually understand that it's not that difficult, or people are open to being involved in education. What is important is to start small or to start very close to your reality. So you look for experts or for support around your closest network. It could be the parent of one of your students. It could be your neighbor. If you survey your close network for the skills you're looking for or for the know-how you're looking for, you are most likely to find it. And in that sense, the connection can be fast and accessible. In case you don't find what you're looking for in your close neighborhood or in your close network, You can try, for example, NGOs or public, local public institutions. But really, when it's about open schooling, my suggestion would be to get going, to do the first step instead of just being stuck because you're afraid that you will not find the required support. In fact, if you ground your activities in the local community, you will be surprised at how many people will be happy to participate. I'm currently running a project called Make It Open. It's about open schooling, and it's also it has a focus on STEM education. It's a project where we are trying to really make communities like the center of. We're trying to make schools the center of local communities' well-being. So the project is running local hubs in 10 different countries, and within these hubs, different actors of local communities are trying, are meeting together to provide solutions to local problems. The project has a STEM component in the sense that a lot of the educational material that is created is based on STEM education. This is also something that is really really flourished with open schooling, because open schooling is about making things. It works very well with STEM education. And it has a very good pedagogical value if you start with a very meaningful question and problem for the local community, and the educational activity you design at the end propose a solution which can be small scale. It doesn't need to be big scale. And in this project, Make It Open, we are following this path. We are trying to make the actors of the local community talk to each other through schools, and we are trying to make the school create a small solution for local problems.